Chanel? Did they split? Did they drill? Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
It's up second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Intercepted. It's Chuck picking it up, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Jackson, he's going to keep it himself. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game and all that preparation.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people, to power his way forward.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. The decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
At the 15-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Cousins gives way to Cook. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about where they take a good 1st step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Cousins hands to Dalvin Cook.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Ravens 7, Vikings nothing.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 4 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
At the Ravens' 32-yard line.
From the gun, here's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play fake, Cousins. Turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. defensively, your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 10-yard line.
Jackson for the shotgun, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Here's Sam Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but...
And he's into the clear. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 61 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. What an excellent run, and from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
And it's 3rd down.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram. And he will have a Ravens first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. From the gun, it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. From the gun, Jackson dancing to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. so it'll be a loss on the play. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson.
66 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard.
Nature, all is automatic. Lion, tigers, meteors inside my mind. Kamikaze spaceship. This is Dev Music.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Nike check.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second.
Brady. He takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterback's got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Brady's pass.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up second.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
The throw left side to start the drive is complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall enough when you do that.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 38, Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
On play action, Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Cousins. He goes full extension, and he's got it. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth down. They'll run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Now Brady on the bootleg. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw.
Steps away to his left. And this is caught at the 8. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Now Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down.
They go play action. Cousins. Hard throw. Incomplete.
Intended for Kyle Rudolph. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20.
Baby.
Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 70 yards. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. When they dialed up that 4th down run, something tells me they didn't envision it hitting all the way up in the end zone.
No, I think you're right about that, but how many times do we witness short yardage runs, stacked defensive front, everyone pressing the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, there's not much help on the backside there.
If you pop through, there's no one back there, and we just witnessed it there. A long sprint to the end zone, probably looking around wondering, where did everyone go?
Bailey now to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Open man has got one. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 11 now.
Now a play fake. Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Brady 6 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
The Bucs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Brady. He's got Evans. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
To Mike Evans.
A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
First down, Buccaneers.
Fournette running out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
On the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
With the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
A 45-yard attempt.
This one is right down Broadway.
He's good.
And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and...
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins, wide open receiver, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one
good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Off the play fake, Cousins.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Cousins again. Setting up the screen for Cook. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he finds Cook. Touchdown, Vikings. Cook, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. Extra point try by Bailey. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Buccaneers 13.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Fournette. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They fake the handoff. Now Brady steps away. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately. accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And 13.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Throw, but incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
On the return is Mickens. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Buccaneers.
Now Fournette. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
A gain of 14. First down.
Fournette, a first down carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Buccaneer first down.
This is Fournette. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now he'll throw with Brady. They'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
To Ronald Jones.
4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Third down.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
A 5-yard pickup. It's now 4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today.
Field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through.
Makes the score.
And with that, the lead changes hands here in this third quarter. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6. Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
14.
A first down throw for Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
On the 4-yard line.
The question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run with Cook. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stopped short of the
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Madison. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Buccaneers 16. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
taken at about the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On the return, the Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense set to begin their next possession, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. I would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
Accelerating, and off he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay.
The ball carrier,
Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Brady now to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
Vikings 21. Bradley Pinion to kick off.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Didn't get a whole lot there, but at least he got out of bounds, stopped the clock.
True on every count there, because I know for a fact that when that call came in, it was tagged with these words. Make sure to tell him, if he doesn't have anything, get out of bounds. Save the time on the clock. Now they've got to start considering what their play calling is, because they've got to push it downfield.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Cook on the toss left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
He was brought
Levante David in on the tackle.
No gain on the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins flushed out right. Crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Good job, baby. Way to hold on to it now.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So that'll back him up 5. Brady going to throw here. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and now it's 3rd down. And this one too low.
3rd down and 14.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice
don't
it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. He'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins. Incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And that whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. About 45 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly in that one.
They didn't really have to earn that 1st down, did they?
Kick it and go. Kick it and kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, let's go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, let's go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. We just step on, spin move, in zone, let's go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a step on, spin move, in zone, let's go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that, time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back, doing the drills and working the wheel, you're grinding that. You know what it be, playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast, a family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breathe on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing to the heel. We step on, spin move, in zone, let's go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We step on, spin move, in zone, let's go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
She-Bag got me.
That boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay, look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, with the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna see
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Miami Dolphins.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Tampa. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Carry for Leonard Fournette, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady, a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On play action, here's Tua. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Down, Buccaneers.
Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point up and good by Succa. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's Gaskin. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The 20, and now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 48 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
At 7. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, 75 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
For the point after.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by Sean Bunting.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They'll set up a screen for Breida. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. They run forward Breida, and I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now Brady on the bootleg. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, When they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Jones. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A 42-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Bradley Pinion, the kickoff for
the punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Now Tua. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. after one. 17-7 is our score.
Buccaneers 17, Dolphins 7.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run it with Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
On for the point after.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Buccaneers 24, Dolphins 7. To kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Tua sets up to pass it, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to pass. Tua. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
To throw is Brady. Flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He's going to loft one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will close the gap down to 14. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 2nd down, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Levante David. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bucs take over first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
This is Jones.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
And 7.
Now Leonard Fournette. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
4-yard loss.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
At the Dolphins' 8-yard line.
Brady gives this one off to Jones.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Antonio Brown in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
Dolphins 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Brings up
after the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Tua, the final shot before half. He's going to go up top again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
To kick off for Tampa Bay.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A run with Jones on 1st down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. 2nd down coming up.
Van Noy on the tackle. A gain of a yard.
On 2nd and 9. Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line.
Switch up, switch up. Switch.
Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll go for it. It's Brady. He's going deep for Brown. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold.
Over on downs.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the...
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, 55 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Buccaneers 32, Dolphins 25.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and...
Now Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
51, Mike 51. 53, man down. 51 to Mike, boy, 51. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
2nd and 12.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the whole bandit. Jump.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
Brady's pass.
It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Airing this one out for Evans. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Tua going to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down. They run again with Breida. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Being chased out left. That'll be complete to Breida. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Complete.
Matt Breida. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he puts it through.
That ties the game. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity, usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, 69 yards. And the Bucs are going to take the lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll start on the ground with Breida. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
To the 49-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 now. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, 44 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Sanders now to add the extra point.
She back got me.
Hit one and be so you gotta go berserk. Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check.